Hello, friends, and welcome to your reading with me, Melissa Joy, as we check out this New Year's revolution. That's right, friends. They're wanting to move us into promises fulfilled, not just something that we come up with in our mind and then don't know how to get it into our body. They're wanting to put the horse in front of the cart, aka the chariot, and get us in a move on. And that's life wanting to provide its assistance. So what is wild is the header card that we have and the secret background, of course, is coming together. 8, the luminous gate. In some tarot decks, that is the chariot also. And here, the 10 of Pentacles, the magic of nature joining on in with human. And now, without nature, there is no hue. There is only a robot. Okay, so being able to step into this, 5 of Pentacles guarding something, but that seems to be all harmed and trapped up. It's like being a food source for other people's agendas. So let's do away with that. Let's get into the truth of who we are here, right? That's what this channel is about, is standing in the truth of yourself and your goldness self, not like your poor, pitiful self. You are powerful, empowered, prosperous self. So tell us about this New Year's revolution that we have coming in for us at the Joy of the World channel. Bringing in our joy. I feel you. What is that? Okay, that thing was causing me some harm. It was making me hurt. And this is like, getting caught up over little things, struggling over little things, trying to keep things the way they were and make it happen in your own agenda, your own way, in your own time. Can you see the beaver here? They're called like fiddlesticks going on. Well, yes, fiddlesticks, because nature is coming in and the waters are moving forward. When we surrender to the flow, we will always be provided for. And they're wanting to take you out of that, of the hard work of the dam nation, the stag nation, and into the cosmic flow. Okay, we're going to get over here and find out a little bit about that flow with the Mary L. Tell us about this flow of how we go and we get in sync with nature. There's an ancient grandmother spirit here showing up for somebody. Some ancient housing and land that seemed lost, but is actually being recovered as this damnation, as this blockage is being moved out and released. This is more your energy here, friend. That is what is coming forward. The spirit and their voices, their support coming in to provide housing for you, and also to provide housing for you, to move you back into your body, into your power, into your soul. So tell us about this movement here. We have a great trinity. So let's see. The Tower, the King of Discs, and the Moon. So if you're showing up calendarically, that moon was a buzzard. And I'm talking about the days leading up to the moon. It has been intense, even with Mercury being favorable and all these other things. It's like trashing out the last bit of the Taurus North Node. The ox and the tiger battling it out. And the thing is there isn't a battle. We're surrendering unto the flow here, that what needs to go can naturally flow away, and it goes down with gravity where it belongs, and it gets recycled there, and it comes back up into prosperity. What is prosperity? When things are in the right timing and the right season. That's what was hard, is there was so much holding on from all the challenge and the difficulty, and especially where Pluto has been sitting in Capricorn, which has been a lot of death, burial, resurrection, demolition, destruction, those type of energies, because Capricorn is the breadth, the width, the height, the depth. It is the mermaid, right? The sea goat is the merging of the worlds here on heaven and earth. And so you could have felt like you've been robbed blind, and that has pushed you into a state of mental stress, of stepping outside of your comfort zone, and not in the healthy way. That means having to go out into areas that kind of go against who you really are in order to try and provide or be provided for, maybe for your loved ones, maybe trying to come up with ways to escape the karma. So let's get a pearl to go along with this. The Tower. And this has been like trying to be an example, like a renegade, like a waymaker for others. But the thing is you ended up in cinders and ashes. Like someone who holds the door open for everyone going into the movies, that they all go in and have such a grand time and you miss the movie yourself. That's been the lie. That's been the lie. And that might have been the lie that you bought for a really long time, friend, because that's 25 up at the top there. And this is still something sitting on your money. Empty, vain promises. And it feels like almost like you can't escape, like it's waiting for you. And what's wild is it's amorphic. But what I dare say, it's an illusion. This thing that looks like it has substance, like it has evidence, like it has proof, power, and control. You know how you squash it? The same way you turn off your television. Click. You know what you do? You just close your eyes and change your mind. Just blink at it. Turn and walk away. And not off of your turf. That turning and walking away is really just moving your energy away from it, your attention, your eyes away from this, diverting the flow to where you want to go. Like irrigation, irrigation ditches that the Egyptians used. That brings in the healer of the ages. That brings in moving into retaining your rights as opposed to restraining your rights. That's powerful. Let me say it again. That moves you into retaining your rights rather than restraining your rights. There's no more power play or power struggle because you know who you are. And you know where you've made mistakes or things might not have gone just right, that you're not holding on to it, trying to make it happen. Remember the fiddlesticks? That you're just letting it go because you no longer desire to prove it, to earn it, to be worth it, because you've recognized your value. When you know your value, the worth stems from that. That's the unshakable realm. That's knowing who you are. Okay? Worth has to do with what you are, what you do, that type of energy. And that seems to posit a different direction that you can go in the realm of your understanding. Okay? In the realm of the wound. You're talking about a literal interpretation going on here. Which way is wisdom leading us? To leave the land of resolution, of saying we're going to do something, and moving into the land of the revolution where what we dream and desire actually comes into being. Getting on the same page with ourselves, understanding ourselves, and that far supersedes language and verbiage of our mind. It gets into the heart space, into the energy, into the delight. Tell us about this. Okay. Little fork in the road. Love. Love has entered the building, my friend. So being filled with love for yourself and honor for yourself, valuing yourself, that when yourself says, hey, I'm tired, you go, okay, let's get a little rest. Say you're at work and you can't go and take a rest like that. You just inside yourself go, okay, what would that look like in this moment? Because yourself knows the truth of where you're at. It's not going to keep pushing you and bullying you around with these inferences and impositions and things like that. And it might just be simply just to shift your weight for a minute and to take a slow, deep inhale and sighing out the exhale, okay? She is super effective, and that releases the vagal nerve. But it can also be things like, hey, I would like to have a treat. You work and work and work me all the time. When are you going to reward me? It can be questions like this of getting into the reality of who we are. And it can seem, like I'm talking about little bitty things, little fiddly things that don't really matter at the end of the day. But at the end of the week, they actually do. After a week of listening to yourself, your still small voice, even once or twice a day, makes a huge difference in the way you feel about yourself, connected to yourself. And the more trusting that voice, your child, your truth, your soul is willing to speak to you and share with you. Because as you move past that initial meet and greet, getting to know yourself, you start actually being enticed, curious about who you are. And then things like your dreams start to surface, the prosperity, the ideas, the innovation, the opportunities, the connections start to come in then. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. Get cozy and cute and clever. All I should do is touch these and remember that yawn. This is that blockage that we're moving away from, that this love is situated over. Remember the beaver energy here? And it seems that that is why the waters have come in to help you. Nature has come in to help. So maybe there has been quite a bit of sorrow, sweat, stress, that sort of thing, is to dislodge this old thing that was put here long, long before. Maybe even from storms and stormy waters long ago that you didn't even realize that was the wreckage, or you didn't have the help and assistance to dig yourself out of it. So you've just been having to get along and make do. So now we seem to be moving past the making do. And I like that it lodged itself over here with the deceit, because that's old news, friend. That's moving on out. That's this moon. When we seem limited, because under the light of the moon, nothing against it, we're talking about lighting here. Things are dim, they're dark, they can be dismal, you can be disconcerting. You know, there are certain things that come out at night that use that to their advantage, and our human eyes are not adapted to such. Enjoying the moon, of course, and the beauty that it brings in, but I'm talking about our perceptions, that type of thing. Pardon me. All right. Now the healer of the ages in the tower, we have the getting cozy upside down. So where you would normally snuggle on in, they're saying step on out. Can you see the healer of the ages from way buried deep, 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 deep within the tomb, within the tomb, within the tomb? The layers of not knowing oneself, that each of these little things that you step into by the end of a week, you have come so far, because you're not going through days of the week, through hours of the day. You're going through lifetimes. You're going through channels. You're coming forward through dimensions and things like that, that the structure of who you are is radically transformed. That's what this tower is about. Radical transformation now. And it begins to start the spiral, the healer's loop. Things moving in the right direction that works for you, like going with the flow, as opposed to being knocked out with the retrogrades going on, because the nodes are the retrogrades. And that brings in this cute and clever. Pardon me. Y'all, oh my goodness, I am not tired at all, but once we started, that is a release. If you ever work with children or animals, that's the way they release the stress. So look, we've got the bee coming on in, the honey and the sweet, being able to take it all the way through into the dreams, into what is desired. So nature does understand your humanity, my friend. When we come together with nature, we become supernatural. We become extraordinary, right? Those little bitty changes make a world of difference for you. And that's what that's what they want to bring on in here. Pot of gold. And what is that? Get to it. Get to it. Get to it, my friend. And that gold is overflowing. It's raining down from heaven, and you're being filled. And that's that love, sweet love, realizing you were loved by life because you were loved by yourself. When you love yourself and you nurture yourself and you lean into those little inklings, those little requests and things like that, it's the stuff that moves mountains. It's the thing that miracles are made of. And I'm going to get you a moon card to go. A new start is coming. A new start is coming. So what about this revolution? I feel you. Confidence is your key to success. So as you hear that voice, that's where the confidence, that's the first spark, the first ignition. And then when you recognize it and you say, okay, well, what would that look like? What would you want from me? What would make you happy today? Your soul, yourself, your child may be like, I would like to go for a walk. And then you begin to navigate that out and start noticing how this part of yourself knows to bring you into the right standing. Not right versus wrong. Right meaning you, your standing, your understanding, being in who you are, because that is what this is all about. When you are you are here to prosper. You are here to flourish. You are here to be a source and a resource unto life, a source for yourself and a resource unto others, not through efforting, not through work, because then that just perpetuates that it's here for some and not for others, right? When nature is here for everyone. All right, friend. Hey, if you're still here, consider like, sharing, and subscribing. It helps us rise to the top. Also, check out any of the videos that you were led to, because we are the whole zodiac. Trust yourself, trust your guides. Also, leave your comments and compliments down below. I'd love to hear from you. So until you come on back, I'm ready to say bye for now.